Hey, welcome to Revelation TV and Calvary Chapel, San Jacinto. Now, last week I mentioned to keep your eye on what's happening over in Pakistan with the Taliban making their move on Islamabad. So just to update you a little bit on that, a couple of articles. Here's one from Yahoo News. It's today, May 5th. Title of the article, Pakistan expects 500,000 to flee Taliban fighting. There is a radical movement of Pakistanis fleeing from the Taliban. And as I mentioned last week, the big concern with that is the nuclear arsenal that Pakistan has. And along those lines, there's an excellent article this week you can pick up from HalLindsayOracle.com, or you can also go to WorldNet Daily, who's carrying this article too. It's by Hal Lindsay. The title of the article is A Nuclear Taliban with a question mark. And in this, he makes a very good point, and he brings up a statement from Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. He writes, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton made headlines last weekend during an interview with Fox News. And she said, if the worst, the unthinkable were to happen, and this advancing Taliban encouraged and supported by Al-Qaeda and other extremists were to essentially topple the government for failure to beat them back, that they would have the keys to the nuclear arsenal of Pakistan. That is crazy. So that's something to keep your eye on, and that's also something to make sure that you are praying about and informed of. Here's a couple of other things to bring to your attention, and this is regarding the nation of Israel. And this week there's some folks that are converging to meet with the Obama administration. This article's titled Trio of Foreign Leaders Seek U.S. Help in Troubled Spots. And the trio of foreign leaders includes Israeli President Shimon Peres, who plans to meet with President Obama and Vice President Biden at the White House. But then Afghan president will also be meeting with some of the leaders of the Obama administration, along with the Pakistani president. Obviously, the problem is peace over in the Mideast and peace over in the region of Afghanistan and Pakistan. If this thing gets out of control, which is already somewhat out of control, if it's not resolved, if peace doesn't come to that region, it threatens peace for the entire world. It's going to threaten a global economy, a global political system, all of these things. And in here, there's also a statement in this article that the Perez visit Tuesday is seen as a stage setter for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's upcoming White House visit. I want to have a lot more on this on the weeks to come, but I want to bring this to your attention too. Another article, Pope heads to Mideast as pilgrim of peace. Now that to me is kind of crazy. Looking for peace in the Mideast, all these world leaders, even the Pope is getting in on this. Why is this so important? Well, because the Bible speaks that the false prophet is also going to be engaged in the peace process along with the Antichrist. And the false prophet will be a religious leader. So is Pastor Tom saying that the Pope is the false prophet? Absolutely not. But what we see taking place is everybody wanting to bring peace to the Mideast, wanting to bring peace to Israel. Even the Pope, the religious leader of Roman Catholicism, believes he has something to offer and wants to be a pilgrim of peace. So crazy things are definitely happening there. And the Bible talks about that peace covenant. Daniel chapter 9 verse 27 says that he shall confirm a covenant with many for 1 week. 1 week would be 7 years. But in the middle of the week he shall bring an end to sacrifice and offering. So this peace covenant is going to be confirmed. It's going to be 7 years. Quite possibly it's going to be the confirmation of the Oslo Accords, but everything is heading that way. Also, another item that's taking place this week in the news is the hate crimes legislation. A lot going on there, so don't have time for that update today. You can read some news reports about it. Go to CNN, go to Fox News, go wherever you get your news, and you'll get a lot of information on that. I'd like to update you on the hate crimes legislation next time, and also I'm going to keep you informed on Israel and Pakistan. Very important to watch those two developments. Looking forward to next Sunday night, Revelation, or should I say this Sunday night, Revelation, as we begin chapter 2. Don't forget, this Thursday is National Day of Prayer. Hope you can make it to church. God bless you. Oh, one more thing. A bit of great news in the midst of all the bad news that's happening out there. We're having our marriage retreat. If you want to bless your husband or wife, I encourage you to sign up for the marriage retreat. God bless you. See you next time.